we've been lucky enough to work on some real financial infrastructure that has innovation, right? Which is often quite rare in this space. You know, where does the innovation actually lie? But we've been working on some really fantastic projects and a bit of Web2 into Web3 integration. So, you know, throughout the last 2 years and how long we've been working together, what would you say is the biggest difference in energy from maybe when we first met in Dubai on a yacht at the peak of the bull run to now? And like, how would you assess the space, especially for everyone that's building in this environment right now? What's your perspective of the current industry?
Well, I think just regarding what you were saying, I think when we first met, the quality of projects, we were in the right direction, I feel, when projects were coming along. But I mean, just to say some things about our first conversation and why we kept this relationship moving. And I think it's quite simple what we're both after. You know, we share the same standards and the same passion for this space. And we've got a strong desire to really build things properly. And as you said at the very beginning, to get rid of that noise, that crud, that crap that's sitting around. And the main thing that has actually pulled this market in the wrong direction. And I think that's something that we shared, your passion for the space, your genuinely caring about the space, and also not only the space itself, it was also your technology, your understanding of the technology and the full aspect of it, and your creativity and your attention to detail. And that's something that we started to see. You came along, and that's what I saw in you. And that's how our styles really worked well together. And that's something that we started to see projects do. We started to see a lot of utility, and instead of 2017 and even earlier days with these meme coins, etc., we started to see some good traction, and we all thought that at that time as well that the institutions were close or there, and it wasn't speculation as well. It still was, but that's the difference that I'm starting to see now to what it was. It was still those days when we met, people were being creative, they were being very speculative around the assets, etc. We still had meme coins floating around, but now we don't. And that's a big thing that we're going to talk about.
Absolutely. There is a shift in speculation, isn't there? It's kind of, there's this certainty that institutions are going to be onboarding blockchain because it's just far more efficient, and tokenization. And there's this very interesting shift happening in capital markets as a whole. But I think the thing that is the most difficult to navigate right now, especially as an individual that's on the front line in both retail and institutional markets, it is really the retail side and where that sits, because the speculative, fun nature of crypto is definitely shifting. So it's going to be a very interesting few years ahead of us.
That's right. Yeah.